All right, I've won about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me. I said we'd be here, right? I don't know if they're quick cards or not. I'm going to clarify whatever needs clarifying. Let's see. I like to pull these after the energy weather update. Maybe some of it comes in, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We're cutting the deck to see what the universe wants to talk about. So let's find out what the energy wants. So Knight of Cups, and I'm using a deck we didn't touch in the energy weather update, right? We didn't get a Knight of Cups per se, but we did hit around that strength card. I don't know what it wants to talk about here. Underneath it is the 8 of Cups. Either someone you gave a pass to, you're about to not give a pass, right? In other words, you said nah and walked away. Now you're interested, or roles can be reversed, and someone who gave you a pass and said nah, not interested, is returning. Okay? Or it could be you're approached by somebody and you're like nah, or you approach somebody and they're like nah. It could go either way. I've given it to you all the ways. You take it as it resonates. All right, let's see. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see what the primary energy is. All right, let's try and narrow it down a little. Okay. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Lovecherry, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. All right? So it could be future influence for you. I don't know. Like I said, the energy weather update earlier, the energy is brewing right now. It's still brewing. I wouldn't grab it. I wouldn't sneak a cup just yet. Let it finish brewing. But right now, we want to talk about a Knight of Cups that's tied to an 8 of Cups in basically one of the 4 ways I gave you. All right. All right, let's see where we go. Okay, that's it. Okay. Come on, you got to applaud me, but that's the strength card from the energy weather update that I said. I pointed to it. I said, I'm in that reading. I said, I'm going to do a 3 card later probably. Maybe you don't want to talk about this. And this was the strength card with all the cards. And there it is. It's what the universe wants to talk about. It wants to talk about that break room you drag somebody into for an argument or a bang. It could go either way. A lot of passion here. All right? It may not even be so much tension is built up. It really, with the Knight of Cups, it feels like that. It feels like you and somebody else, you have a soul connection with them. Other people would have had to have noticed. Other people would have had to have said, oh, would you two just get a fucking room? It's that kind of thing, right? Now, that can apply, as I said, to banging. It can also apply to something that needs to be hashed out in an argument. You could still say, why don't you two get a room and hash this out, right? It could be that too. But that's no fun, isn't it? Look at that. Is it really? Oh my God. I can already see some of the cards that are here. 8 of Wands. There's the Death card, which was in the energy weather update from another deck. Go watch the energy weather update. The key cards are falling out here, right? What's red with the 8 of Wands? There's Judgment. This is huge, you guys. The energy right now is brewing. I'm telling you, strength is crossing. What's under strength? Do we even want to look? The Hanged Man, a new perspective on something. A new attitude. Isn't that a song? I got a new attitude, right? I know they've used it on like 80 commercials, which ruins it, right? Okay, now that I'm done sneezing, the strength card is crossing the death card. That's you. These are red, center, left, right. Whatever this is, it's something that wasn't moving before, is now moving. It is extremely passionate. It's transforming into action in the 3D. It implies that it's something you've kept in your head, in your fantasies, okay, in your mind, going around and around. It could be passionate, banging. It could also be an argument. Something you've wanted to say to somebody. It just feels like either one of those two. Whatever it is, it's been in your head. It's been stopped. Oh, you didn't feel like you could do it. Now it's moving forward. And it's moving forward with some serious throat chakra there with the blue, for sure. But it leads to something. It leads to... What do I even want to call it? We got to clarify judgment here, okay? We'll clarify a few of these, but judgment's really important. This is where it's leading. Let me move the animal deck a little bit there. There we go. Judgment. Why is it here? Let's see where we're at. If it's not pollen, it's Flem the parrot flying off his perch. He took off. Somebody made a noise outside. He took off. I had to go chase him around the house. I had to throw an edit in there probably. Otherwise, you hear me yelling and screaming through the house. Hey, where are you? And I never know where he lands. He lands in the darndest places. I found him up on, usually it's up on the curtains, but there's some stuff up there that he can hide behind. And he's green, so he blends in. They're like fake vines kind of a thing. Can't see him. And he's quiet, so you can't find him. One time he was in the sink. I don't think to look for a bird in the sink. You know, half hour couldn't find him. Till I needed a drink of water. Oh, there you are. He just sits there. That's instinct on their part. When they land, they get very quiet. They sit still, right? It's a bit of that. Judgment. It might work in the wild, but it doesn't do me a whole lot of good here. Judgment. All right. Ace of Swords. Wow, this is a new beginning. This is it might cause, it's like a reconciliation energy, so this could be an ex. It might be. Could be somebody you've been with before, but it doesn't have to be. The reconciliation energy is you, and I have to tie it a little bit to the hangman with the new perspective. You seeing yourself in a new light. You sort of making a deal with yourself that if you want it, you're going to go for it. From this moment on. It's that kind of a deal, right? But you may think you're making the deal with yourself, but you're not. You're making it with God's source, the universe itself. You're making it with the energies around you. You're almost signing, well, we say sometimes a soul contract. You're signing a new deal for yourself with the energy around you, all right? Again, don't take me literally. You're not physically sitting down and signing something with that guy. I'm just saying, that's the way, it's a good way to describe it. Okay, what's on top? The King of Wands, there he is. There's the confidence. There it is. Why is that here? And the Ten of Wands. It's hard for this king to deny themselves things, right? It's going to be, again, for you. If you want it, you're going to go for it. That's your new deal. And again, it might be an extreme explanation of it on my part, but that's your new deal. If you want it, you're going to go for it. You're not going to sit around and pine for people. You're not going to whatever you do here, it's not just about the energy. Okay? When we talked about the brewing energy and the energy weather update and all of that, it's about whatever you actually do and say. Whether it's drag that person into the break room and give them what's what, either with your body or with your mouth. I don't know, whichever one you do, and don't get dirty with the mouth part. I meant yelling. Okay? But whatever it is you do sets a chain of events in motion. It changes your whole view on how you approach life. It obviously goes well. So, a lot of times we get confident when that happens. Hey, I dragged that person into the break room and banged them, and it was fun. I liked it. It went okay. I didn't get rejected. I didn't get yelled at. It changes things. Your perspective changes. You now get in this mode where if I want it, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try. It's really powerful energy. It's unreal, actually. And underneath that Ace of Swords, we didn't know it was there just for proof, it's a 10 in the major arcana. It's a Wheel of Fortune. 10 to the end, dead end, that lead to a new beginning. It's exactly what I said. Unreal. Well, the Death card just talks about the change. Let's pull on the Death card just for shits and giggles. I'm more interested in the Eight of Wands, okay? Why is the Death card here? Specifically, again, it was here earlier from another deck in the energy weather update, as was this, or probably from this deck in part, but and that, yeah, here we go. See where we go. I think the Ten of Wands came out in the other reading too from another deck. Unreal. I think I only used the Witches for the end when that was that King of Wands that came out. A lot of cards from the energy weather update from different decks is my point. So we definitely, look at that. There we go. Five of Wands. Flew out, landed on my arm. All right. Maybe it's one of those kestrels I watch in the kestrel field when I'm not here. Landed on my arm. What's going on with the Five of Wands? Temperance. What's the bridge? Give me a bridge. 10 swords. Wow, 10 swords on top of the death card. It's sort of an energy, something as, okay, in the energy weather update, we talked about the energy is brewing, all right? Let's just say it's a beer, right? Because we brew beer, right? So the beer is brewing. The beer finally finishes, and you take a sip of it. And you say something to the effect of, I will never drink another beer again. This is fabulous. You could take all that Heineken in the back and chuck it in the trash. This is unreal, okay? It's a bit of that. This is someone here who's just like, I'm all done dicking around, all right? I'm done. There's this passion. It might be playing out with more than one person, which would explain in the energy update why you got this crossed by, I think it was like a 3 of Cups, was it? Or either a 3 of Cups or a 3 of Swords, either or. Why you got this as your final message, in the sense of this energy could be abused very easily. You're hell-bent on, it's sort of an energy on the positive side. Well, if this worked, what else works, right? And I think I talked about that in the energy weather update. I say on the positive side, because on the negative side of that energy, it's what keeps people stuck, where they don't change their mind about things, because they're like, well, yeah, but if I got that wrong, then I probably got everything wrong before it, right? So they just stay where they are. They're afraid to look if they got it wrong, and it keeps them stuck in life. That's the negative side of this energy. You're going the positive side, where, well, if that worked, what else can I do, right? Just be careful about that. Be very careful. That can get away from you, all right? Now, let's talk about this 8 Wands. There's an energy that's been stuck that's moving forward. Let's talk about it. 8 of Wands, why is it here? Big energy. It's a big fucking energy here. It's an almost major arcana 8 of Wands. I almost think it should have been a bigger card. I almost think that. It's trying to be anyway. It's feedbacking off Judgment like a motherfucker, and those two are read together. I think Judgment might be giving it some energy. Let's see where we go. Well, I just talked about it. I don't know what crossed that in the other reading. I think it was the 3 of Cups. But for some reason, I had the 3 of Swords in my head. And there it is. 3 Swords. This can still play out the same way I said. Even if this is somebody where other people have said to you, you too need to get a room, right? Usually we feel 3 of Swords. We reach a point where we realize that by not acting, we're hurting ourselves. You reach a point where you realize that by not saying something, you're just hurting yourself. Whatever it is you need to say, whatever it is. It could be talking to somebody, it could be banging somebody, it could be trying a new business, trying a new direction. The energy right now is all about trying new things. We talked about that in the Mercury reading, right? Trying new things, getting bright ideas. And we even had the Ace of Swords here. What's on top? The Tower. There's another card from the energy weather update. This was in the pre-shuffle. This represented the ending of that lethargy that was there in the beginning. I think we were talking about Green Day's Long Day, right? That kind of a thing. Sitting around, nothing's on, that kind of thing. This is that energy ending. Yeah, why is that here? The World. Another card from other decks. These two, both of these came out in the Animal deck. Whatever it is that you do here with the World, most powerful card I could pull here, talking about why the Tower is here on top of this 8 of Wands, which is something you feel like if you don't say something or do something, move forward, you'll end up hurting yourself. You'll end up regretting it for the rest of your life. These cards are talking about whatever you do, it has a huge impact. Okay? It is huge. You're even aware in the moment. You're likely to take big swings here. It's implying, I said before I even pulled any cards on this feels like a major arcana to me. I feel like it should be a bigger card. And what does the universe do? It throws 2 of the hugest major arcanas it can right on top of it to prove me right? I was 100% correct. All right. That being said, you're taking big swings here. These are huge things. There's a lot of bravery in play, a lot of it. And it's whenever you take big swings, Whether it's dragging somebody into a break room for a conversation or a bang, or trying something new, a new job, quitting your job, doing this, doing that, whatever it is. Whenever you take huge swings, it puts, whether you succeed or fail, it puts you in a new energy. It ends a cycle. You're basically ending a cycle of your life here, is what this is talking about. With the world coming out both here and in the energy weather update, you're basically ending a cycle in your life right now. Which explains the cards that I got over here, the energy that's sitting on top of judgment. Where it's like, you're like, from now on, I'm not going to dilly-dally. I'm not going to get in my head about stuff. I'm not going to try to please other people. I'm not going to be a people pleaser. I'm not going to whatever. From now on, it's all about, if I like it, I'm going to go for it. And that's fine. It's sort of a me first attitude. If you let it run away with you and you lose empathy, it can go wrong. Okay? You can end up isolated. You can end up alone with that. I want you to be careful about that. That's why I pay attention to the final cards that came out in the energy weather update. But at the end of the day here, I think this is really good for you. I think you're doing a good thing, provided you can keep this energy in check a little bit, which I think you're high enough vibration to. And I gave you some advice on that in the energy weather update. I think you'll be fine. It's about embodying that Queen of Pentacles that was in that reading. All right. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you here. One card in the crossing card. What else you want to tell my people? So, wow. I mean, talk about validating the earlier reading. With so many cards coming out from different decks than they came out in the reading, in the energy weather update. It's the universe's way of doing a repeat message, which is extremely important. Repeat messages are how the universe talks to you, because human beings don't listen. We need repeat messages. We need to see things at least 3 or 4 times before we get it. That's why even in life, most people will let somebody screw them over 5 or 6 times before they get it. They'll let people lie to them even more than that. They'll depending on who the person is in your life, they'll let them lie 20, 30 times before they fucking get it. Those are repeat messages. That's energy repeating itself. It's history repeating itself. Out in the world, history has to repeat itself several times before we get it. I mean, you guys all know because you're here with me. It's an energetic storm that comes around every 80 or 90 years. But I promise you, out there in the world, it'll be World War VII. World War VII. Before people finally figure out, the general public figures out, it's probably an energy that comes around every 80 or 90. Look at the pattern. Takes people forever to figure things out. Right? This right here, you're figuring something out very, very big. You're ending a cycle, ending a pattern in your own life here. This is huge, right? This is huge. All right, what do we get? One card and a crossing card. What do you want to tell my people? I love this. And if it is the bang in the closet, you two finally got a room, good for you, because I think it goes well. I think it ends really well. Well, he's coming back. See that? Death card? He's at the bottom. All right, so here we go. 4 of Wands and the Death card, crossing it. It's everything I already told you. I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. You guys know that. There they are. It's about what I say while I'm shuffling, not when I throw the cards. It's right there. It's a happy new beginning. You're ending a cycle, though. It's not just a happy new beginning. It's not just, that worked, I'll try again. No, this is a whole new way of living your life, approaching your life. I mean, we have a hangman in play, too. It's incredible. It's a byproduct of the energies and how they're interacting with your energy. It plays out differently for all of you, but the basic theme is the same. Okay? Wow. Whoa. That is your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck. Wow.